you're looking for safety and looking for protection, if you're looking for safety and looking for protection, come to God and say,
praise the Lord. Greetings from Pastor Jarnail masih from Ludhiana, Punjab, India. This is our video ministry, and today our topic is signs of the time. Whenever God does something, some great thing on this earth, He always do signs in heaven and on this earth. Even whenever He appeared on this earth, we read here in Exodus and chapter 19th, verse from 16th, when God appeared to Hebrews, Moses people there, they wanted to see God, and God appeared to them on the mountain. Then we will read here in chapter 21 verse 16, and it came to pass on the third day in the morning that there were thunders and lightnings and a thick cloud upon the mount, and the voice of the trumpet exceeding loud, so that all the people that was in the camp trembled. Verse 17, and Moses brought forth the people out of the camp to meet with God, and they stood at the nether part of the mount, and Mount Sinai was altogether on a smoke, because the Lord descended upon it in fire, and the smoke thereof ascended as the smoke of a furnace, and the whole mount quaked greatly. We read here that how God appeared there. There was a great work. Whenever God did a great work, there some signs appeared. And then we see in the New Testament, when Jesus came on this earth, even we read here in Matthew chapter 2, there were signs in heaven. Matthew chapter 2. We read here. Verse is 2. Saying, where is he that is born King of the Jews? For we have seen his star in the east, and are come to worship him. When these wise men, they traveled from east, and they went there to Jerusalem, they inquired, and they said, where is that king born here? We have seen his sign in the east. There was a great sign. When Jesus was born on this earth, there was a great sign. So sign came before, and that Jesus was born after. These wise men, they never went to on that place in the manger where Jesus was born. Many people, they just believe, and even we see on Christmas Day that the people, even they show that those wise men, they went to manger. No, they never went there. Jesus was nearly 1 year and 8 months. That's why we see that the king ordered to kill all the children of 2 years. So sign was there. Before Jesus was born, sign was there in heaven. You see, Jesus even said in Matthew, even in Luke, there will be signs at the end days before he comes back. If we go to the Gospel of Luke chapter 21 and we read verse 25, we read here, and there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth, distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves of roaring, men's hearts failing them for fear, and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken. Jesus spoke these things, that before he comes, there will be signs again on this earth, in the sun, in the moons, in stars, and even on earth. The hearts of the people, they will be filled. They will be troubled. They will be in problems. Jesus said these words again, that there will be signs. Dear brothers and sisters, we see that how these signs are taking place in heaven. For the last some years, you may check it, and just to compare with the just past years, you will see how speedily all these signs are happening in heaven. How speedily these signs are happening. Do you know that the sun is getting dark? There are dark spots. Scientists have proved it. Sun is getting dark spots. Then we know that all those small stars, they are losing their attraction, gravity. And these stars, they are just free and striking against this star there. And we see every year, many times, the pieces of these stars are falling on this earth. They are losing their attractions, their gravity in the sky. Then even the NASA, the company from America, they have told that a star, a big star is coming towards the earth. And they are expecting that star, that it will reach the earth in 2012. And if that star is not finished, is not destroyed on the way, it will be problem on this earth. NASA company, they declared it. Then we see that what happened to the ozone gas in sky. Ozone gas, the layer. Whenever God created this earth and heaven, God created a layer of ozone gas under the sun to protect this earth, because all these rays coming from sun, they are dangerous rays on this earth. We know that all these brain cancer and many dangerous diseases, they are being created by the direct rays from sun. But God managed it. God did it. That a layer of ozone gas God created there under the sun. Then under that layer of ozone gas, there God created a layer of water to protect this earth. But what happened in the days of Noah? That layer of water, all that was thrown down on this earth. You know how the flood came on this earth? All the water was fallen from there. So that water came here. First it was that rays, sun rays, they were coming through ozone gas, ozone layers, then through that water. And the man was living here like like you can say that there were no changes of weather. And that's why we see that man was living on this earth for years and years. You can read here from Bible that in the days of Noah, after man was created on this earth, a man was living for 300 years, 400 years, 500 years, 600 years. Why? Because the weather was not changing. The sun rays, they were coming through ozone gas layer and through the water. This earth was on 90 degree. And now even scientists believe that if this earth comes to the 90 degree, again, the weather will be same through the year. No cold, no winter, no rainy season, no other things. I know all these problems, and we know that when the weather is changed, then all these sickness, diseases, they're broken out because of changing of the weather. First, it was not there. And this man was kept there on this earth like anything. And man was living for years and years. But in the days of Noah, the Bible says that when God saw that man wasn't under the law of God, man started committing sins and went away from the Lord. We read here in Genesis that what God saw, what was on this earth, and that what God did. God put all that water on the earth, and the flood was there. All the earth and the people, they were dead, and this earth was shaken to the 67.5 degree. That means that earth wasn't kept on 90 degree. Because of that, weather started changing. And then all these diseases, they were broke out. And from there, the ages of the men, they started decreasing day by day. Decreasing day by day. And what we see now, after 40 years, after 50 years, man is always gone. And first it wasn't like that. This earth is at 67.5 degree, tilted. But first it was 90 degree. And all that water was keeping cool here on this earth. No changing of weather. But still, God had mercy on this earth, and there was a layer of ozone gas. But you know, just 10 or 11 years back, when America tested some nuclear power up there in the sky, ozone gas, that layer is broken out, and there are holes. And day by day the holes are becoming wider and wider. Every year we see, all the countries, they are worried. And they get together, all presidents and all the prime ministers of this world, they get together to think over all these things, what will take place. Now the sun rays are coming down direct. The holes are coming bigger and bigger, wider and wider. And sun rays are coming direct on this earth. And the understanding, this man's understanding, wisdom is decreasing day by day. And that's why we see everywhere what's happening. Terrorism and other things are coming up. And this brain cancer is coming more and more on this earth. Sign in the sky. What happened there? This is a sign, big sign. Holes in the ozone gas. Holes in the greenhouse layer. You can see even in your